We should be able to see this changing, the network changing again, the electronic harassment, but while we're waiting to see that, I'm probably already disconnected. It'll change. It's just been going on for the last half hour. Let me check. Oh, it's still connected. So it'll start to change. Oh, there you go. Even though I'm connected. Wait for it. It just keeps changing. Okay, back on. Anyway, I won't bore you with that. I've got another video or two on that. But that's just an intro to this, and I realized why they're doing that now. The watch, see it? Goes down to 1 and 2 bars, then goes back up to 4 and 5. And it just moves back and forth down here. But I realized, I felt this myself, that was emitting more RF radio frequency, but now I've got it in writing by livestrong.com, so I thought I'd make a video on it. So that's today's video title here. Okay. So and I'll just read from the article. Avoid using your cell phone when it's... look, the article was just sleeping next to your phone could seriously damage your health, and just about having the phone away from you. In consciousazine, on one of the health pages, I do have a separate article on tests and an infrared shot of the radioactivity of the regions near where you hold the cell phone, like your ear in this one picture is more red and it goes yellow, and then that's less intense, and as you get away from the cell phone you get less, obviously, damage to your cells. But yeah, so there's another article in consciousazine.net on one of the health pages about cell phone dangers. But I just wanted to relate this to why they changed the Wi-Fi signal. Because of this first point. See the top point I've put here. Now I realized why they changed my signal, apart from stopping you using the internet, to emit me more damaging RF, radio frequency. Now let's read from the article, which is this part here. Avoid using your cell phone when it's sending out high levels of RF, radio frequency. This happens when only 1 or 2 bars of service are displayed. And then I went, oh, that's why they're changing this, and I felt this before I read this article, because it pumps out more RF, and that's more damaging to you, more radiation. Radiation is not good for us when the cell phone is radiating all through your cells. It gives you a type of positron charge heat, and all positive charges associated with pain, and I'm always talking about grounding. So since this video is called help here on the end, what you would do is and this is what I do every time I use the computer, I go stand on the ground. The more pain I have accreted, or the more I feel in pain, the longer I'll stand on the ground. You use socks. You don't have to stand on the bare dirt. Use thin socks on grass, and it's good enough. You get the negative charge and you feel all the pain come off you, and it begins instantly. You can test this by touching your computer or phone, and you'll notice the muscles will cramp more in your hand. You feel more pain. So anyway, avoid using your cell phone when it's sending out high levels of RF. This happens when only 1 or 2 bars of service are displayed, when your signal is weak. And that's what they always try and do, I've noticed. You're in a fast-moving vehicle, you're streaming audio or video, or if you're downloading or sending large files, you get more RF. It's more damaging. Don't rely on a radiation shield or other products claiming to block RF energy, electromagnetic fields, or radiation from cell phones. According to the US Federal Trade Commission, any product that interferes with the phone's signal may make it work harder. So you get more RF. and possibly emit more RF energy in order to stay connected if you're using some kind of shielding or something like that, which totally defeats their purpose. Like the tinfoil hat thing, take off the headset when you're not on a call. Headsets release a small amount of RF even when you aren't using your phone. So even though you're better than holding the phone, even though they are better than holding the phone to your head, the headset, you still want to limit RF exposure. So I never touch the computer as little as possible when it's plugged in, because you're basically connected to the electrical current. So if your hand's on your mouse the whole time, you might want to get a grounding pad, and the grounding pad brings your charge back to negative or zero, close to zero anyway, so you're not in charge. You've got less charge and less exposure. And you can also do it while you're sitting on the ground or standing with your bare feet on earth, or with socks on. That's all going to help a lot, and I continually repeat that in my videos because it's the best thing I've found to help me, and it's free. You don't need to buy anything. You don't even need to buy a mouse pad that's a grounded mouse pad. You could stand on the ground. If you can do that, that's the best, because the Earth's more powerful than a grounding pad. Also, then you get the higher dimensional light in the electrical light. On a grounding pad, you don't get higher dimensional, higher light. It's the same with standing on concrete. You still get negative charge, but you don't get the higher dimensional light or higher light. So, post fifth dimensional threshold, you're not getting any of the upper dimensional energies because they're so fine, so they don't travel through the concrete or through the mouse pad properly. So that's why standing directly on the earth is the best. Yeah, so that's the help part of this, and also I found out, why they always change the signal so much. I think it stopped just because they've disconnected me. Watch, see how it instantly flicks away. It's like a fake connection. See, watch, this moves up and down a lot. Anyway, not doing it properly right now. You've seen it in my other video anyway. Electronic Harassment 1 video. Oh, see, it just goes all over the place. They're trying to give you more RF, and that puts you more in pain. You have more pain thoughts and so on, and you want to kill yourself quicker and so on. So that's if you're a TI, you'll be getting that, and you're gang stalked, and it's electronic harassment. And this was Electronic Harassment Help by Benjamin Camelberg from consciousazine.net. Don't forget to ground. You're going to clear those meridians, the energy, and it's better than a grounding mouse pad, because you're standing directly on Earth, and the Earth's huge. It's a big Earth. Whether it's flat or not, it's still a big Earth, and it's got a lot of ability to suck off all the positive charge. So